allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Everyone a chance to look over the minutes.
Move to approve as written.
Second. Move to second, any discussion on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Or a chance to look through the claims?
Second.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Old business, landlord penalty.
All right, we discussed this at the Planning Commission meeting this evening. I think we're down to 5 unregistered landlords. At one point, when we discussed this, the ordinance that was passed by Morristown in 2022, before my time, provides a penalty of $500,000, and there's some question, excuse me, $500. Rather excessive. And that applies, the question is, does that apply to landlord or does it apply to property? There's one landlord that has 20 properties in the community. A number of the 3 at least, I think, are out of state. Elaine has sent letters, and so the UDO provides a penalty of ignoring a certification or not obtaining a certification, and that penalty is 2-step. It's $250 first notice, $500 second. So I just want to give it a little, I want to go back and look at it again and make sure that the provisions are harmonized, that we follow the approach that's in the best interest of the town. Given the fact that these landlords have received multiple letters, and given the fact that one of them clearly was aware of it because early on they questioned the validity of the ordinance, which is consistent with state statute. There's a state statute directly on point that deals with this. Do you want me to go forward with regard to at least 1 or 2 of these with some sort of enforcement action?
Right, we've had the ordinance. It's been passed. I would just use the ordinance we have.
Okay.
Because that's what we've sent to everyone.
I'm fine with that. So the question is, do you want me to essentially file what would be a collection suit?
Make a motion, we go after them. They want to come and talk to us about the suit.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I will do so.
The other old business. New business. Okay, Morgan.
I had worked with Brady. Anthem denied our health insurance, so the best bet is to stay with what we have currently. We'll still do our dental and our vision. It's a 17% increase on the total. I sent that out. It's gonna, essentially, it could make some of our families pay an extra $50 or more a week. So they're looking at almost $300 a paycheck now. So my question was, I didn't know if we should have an executive session to discuss, like, are we gonna raise compensation in their pay? Or are we gonna cover the difference in insurance? Because it's getting very expensive.
Is there any other insurance companies we can look at?
I have reached out to one other lady to start getting paperwork together for a quote. And I reached out and left a message. Josh got me the phone number for the clinic to see how much that would cost for us to partner up. And I called her on Monday and I haven't heard back yet. So hoping to find some other options.
Yes, did you reach out to AIM Local Trust? Because they're
I know.
really great with communities your size and everything.
You called it AIM?
AIM Medical Trust,
No, I think
I'll
Doc
give you
had
the
done that
information
before,
later.
but I will try again.
yeah,
It's just getting very expensive.
right, and these guys have a large pool now, and so it is really beneficial for communities like this to.
But we have to decide for October and then we can, like, cancel our insurance and then go different ways. Can you give me whoever that is,
We have to decide by October.
it renews in October. And then, I mean, we could still get quotes, but,
That's
I mean, right now.
yeah.
That's basically next week, isn't it?
Yes.
Until we figure something else
Is that on a
out.
monthly basis, or,
It'll be weekly, like, I think,
no, I meant, how do we pay ours?
we currently pay it monthly. And I break it down between general, MVH, water and wastewater, and then a part of it also, it's from what I collect from them. Like an individual would pays like 72, and they're gonna go to 100 a week. A family goes from, I was gonna say, I know I didn't bring that. Just took a picture. So currently, an employee only pays $77.65, they're gonna go to $94.16. An employee with a spouse pays $155, they're gonna go to $188. We don't have an employee and children, none of that pertains to us, but a family is gonna start paying $270 a week. And that was his stay with, is what he suggested, it's as close as he can. So I have no problem continuing to reach out from what I had, but this was what Brady.
My problem is, when you reach out and you've got less than a week to,
Well, this
Get
was
back.
what Brady gave me to begin with. No, and I had sent out a message asking if I should do something else, and I didn't hear back. So we can still do it, and then you would cancel insurance and switch is what we would do. But I hadn't heard from anybody what they wanted to do.
We can't make a decision until we're here.
well, that's the point. I mean, we both almost have to go with it, with the ability to
Right.
change.
I'm gonna make a motion, we go with,
But my question would be, do you want me to continue to raise their premium, or do you want the town to continue to find the difference until I can hopefully find something more?
Everybody's insurance is going up.
Yes, absolutely.
And I'm not big on giving somebody a raise and turning around and taking it away.
That's what it's gonna, right. That's why I'm like,
So you just eat it for now until we find out,
and I'll
That's.
then we can make
contact
a
Abe.
decision.
do that.
Couple of months.
We can make a decision.
You guys will, I'm assuming they'll ask for more paperwork that we had to fill out before, so the quicker I can get that back. Last time, they asked for paperwork, and there were 2 employees that did not give it to me, and I had to go chase them down. So we could have got quotes sooner,
How soon will we be able to reach out to Amy?
as soon as Linda moves me that message.
Yeah, I just sent him a message, but I'll give it to you, Maureen.
And I have no problem shooting them out a message tonight. But once we can get that moving again, there's another lady that I've been talking to see if we can save some money. I don't know. The AIM might be our best bet because it's a bigger
It's a bigger pool.
pool. Yeah,
And so they have a lot of resources available. So a lot of small communities like this are utilizing them now.
there, so,
So I got a motion to say what we already did, and
okay.
I'll second that motion until we make the change, if we make the change.
all in favor?
Thank you.
Let's start this a little bit earlier next year.
Yes.
Like in June.
January.
Because I don't typically do it until McGowan sends me a message like, hey, it's time to review, and we've always just gone with it, so I have no problem looking for more.
We're gonna back that up. Gotta be stay competitive.
Yeah,
And I don't know if employees aren't turning in their paperwork, we just maybe have to schedule to say, you will be in the office at this date, at this time.
Yeah, I
You
emailed
will
all
do
of
your
them.
paperwork. And if they don't show up,
We don't get insurance.
they don't.
yeah, I'm
get
like, what's that?
I mean, or something, or they get
Is
lost a day.
that actually paperwork they're filling out? or
Yeah.
they do it on computer?
Well, either way,
Yeah.
he sent me an email and said, I need these filled out, and they gave me like a week, and then the next week, they're like, do you still have them? Like, I'm getting them.
Why can't they put them in your box?
My box, I just emailed them to all the employees because they don't have boxes, but I just thought, like Elaine immediately, it took her a couple minutes.
If it's
She
what
sent
I'm
right back.
thinking it is, it's the same thing that we have to do. Every time Steve's company changes insurance, we get a questionnaire, we have to fill out our medical history for the last 5 years. And then that goes to the company who then reviews it and tries to find an insurance company that's willing to take on
Yes,
employees with these medical conditions. And because of these medical conditions, what will their premiums be? And so without those, you can't get quotes.
I can assure you, they have time sitting on the clock to get those things done.
Yes, so that took longer, it did. But we shot it out a couple places, and a couple places denied us.
We're gonna see if you
Maybe at our
got
next
it.
meeting, we'll have answers from AIM, and we can,
Yes, I got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Linda.
I would like in the next couple of meetings to kind of wrap this up as to what we're gonna do next year. Instead of,
Until
because
December.
that's a big increase for us to have to consume.
It's been like that the last couple of years, I feel like.
I feel like we need to reach out quickly and get this straightened out.
It keeps 17, 50, like,
Yeah, and it does.
Getting a hold of guys,
No.
maybe sometimes we need to call them instead of just emailing.
oh, yes,
We don't have a
I,
huge crew.
no, but I shot them all a text message, phone call, and I found all of them. It was just not complacent, but I got them all.
Then we'll have to come up with a penalty for it if they're not gonna do it timely. It's just the way it is.
Okay.
What else, Maureen?
That's it.
Since we're on YouTube tonight, we should all wish Gary Rogers a happy 72nd birthday.
Happy birthday, Gary Rogers.
So now he's embarrassed, what's in it?
Almost.
Okay, Brian.
All right, two things. First of all, as I've said, I asked Elaine to put on the agenda the attorney audit letter for the State Board of Accounts. This is merely due diligence on my part. The State Board of Accounts is getting ready to conclude its 2-year audit for the period ending December 31, 2024. As part of that, I need to offer an opinion letter to the State Board of Accounts that is consistent with the requirements of FASB, which stands for the Financial Accounting Standards Boards. I've done many of these audit letters over the years for, private companies, public companies, everywhere. The simple questions I have, and this is just a matter of confirmation. For 2024, I am not aware of any claim asserted or unasserted which would cause any financial impact to the community. And even if there were, under FASB, there's a materiality threshold. Everything, and I don't mean this in a derogatory fashion, but everything we've dealt with has been small potatoes, okay? There are no, to my knowledge, any claims asserted or unasserted regarding HR. And to my knowledge, but again, it's to my knowledge, and when I do these opinion letters, I do cabin my opinion as what is available to me, what I have assumed or not assumed. I'm not aware of any violation of any compliance requirements with any program or interface we have with state government, federal government. But if any of you feel differently or believe there is some sort of a claim out there, please bring it to my attention right now or before October 1, which is when I must complete this letter.
2024.
The only thing I will mention, and the timing is hazy. Again, it may not exceed what would be the materiality threshold. We do have an issue, as I've discussed before, with regard to utility billing for industrial customers. That will resolve itself in 2025. It may require payments one way or the other, a true up from customers or a refund to customers. Again, I don't think it's material, but my view is it is always better in these audit letters to err on the side of over disclosure rather than under disclosure. Questions, comments? I learned to write one of these things from one of the masters in the business. it would be an issue, but any and all times for appeal, et cetera, have run, so there's no.
It's not an issue.
Did we do that in 24 or 25?
I think that was 2025.
We did 2025, but it happened in 2025.
Sure.
Okay. I'm good.
Okay, next up. This is just something to consider. There's much discussion, given the constraints that SB 1 is putting on municipal governments. Are there opportunities or avenues to soften any blow? The good news is, frankly, Morristown is more financially stable, solvent than many municipalities, particularly municipalities of this size. But a number of communities are considering the issuance of short-term general obligation bonds, and Morristown's financial status is such that you have bonding capacity. Such proceeds can be used primarily for what I will call brick and mortar uses, sidewalk improvement, vehicles, equipment, infrastructure projects generally. If the community has any interest, I will explore the matter further and provide greater details. Frankly, I'm not going to get into the numbers tonight because I question one of the calculations that was done, as I think the town's bonding capacity is greater than what's been represented here, but I want to check the numbers with others.
I'd like to know if it's right.
Follow up.
Let's follow up on what our position is.
I will do so, and I'll report at the next meeting.
Okay, police.
So I used to get a noise ordinance violation in reference to a gender reveal that occurred on 8/24/2025 at 10:30 in the morning at the Morristown Park. It was issued to two individuals. There was a noise ordinance ticket issued to two individuals, along with additional charges that are going to be filed through the prosecutor's office for criminal mischief and criminal mischief and resulting in property damage, reckless driving resulting in property damage. So those are being forwarded to the prosecutor's office due to the fact that those damages, the burnouts that they did, damaged the asphalt out at the park and the roundabout in front of the north shelter. I was advised that one of the individuals, a Samuel Bowers, wanted to contest the noise ordinance citation. So under the town ordinance, they have 72 hours to pay it, or advise us that they want to contest it. If they pay it up to 72 hours, $150. If they decide to not pay it, then it goes up to $250. So the question would be is that they are here in person to contest it, so that would be up to you. Do we just take this as an initial hearing and we advise them that the reschedule is for an actual hearing, or if we move ahead with the disputing the citation?
So this is all for the same incident?
Yes. The criminal part, we cannot deal with the criminal part of it because that'll be going through the prosecutor's office.
Right.
We can only deal with the noise ordinance violation.
The only question I have, Brad, is on the noise ordinance.
Mhm.
We didn't have a decimeter or anything there to actually.
Doesn't have to be. Under the noise ordinance, it states it may be registered or evaluated by a decimal meter. And the actual ordinance states that It shall be unlawful for any person to operate or cause to be operated use of a motor vehicle in such a manner as to cause, allow, or be caused excessive noise as a result of unnecessary rapid acceleration, deceleration, revving of an engine, scrolling of tires, or as a result of operation of audio devices such as, but not limited to, radios, phonographs, tape players, compact disc players, or any sound amplifying devices on or from motor vehicle.
So what was the noise? Was it the squalling of the tires?
Yes.
How do you, so without a decibel meter, how do you make that judgment?
So that would actually fall into the excessive noise portion of it. Also, from my training and experience as a law enforcement officer, I can tell you that, our 88 decibels, that's fairly low. Someone schooling their tires and with a loud exhaust is going to well exceed that level from other things that I have tested in the past. I do have a video if you guys would like to watch it.
Yes, please. Still running.
10:30.
So the vehicle to the right has been issued their citations, and the vehicle that is parked here in front of the shelter are the individual that lives here.
The vehicle by the shelter, what were they? They were just part of it, they do something with their vehicle.
Here would be a so this is the gray Camaro that was issued a citation. And then here would be the vehicle that is here tonight.
I saw the damage to the roundabout before I ever knew what happened.
Really?
Minimum cost.
So this didn't have audio on it. So if we can either proceed or we can do an additional time.
Additional time. Want more time to pay it?
However, you can do this as initial hearing and they can come back for a second, or we can handle it today. However your attorney wants to handle it and the board wants to handle it.
Brad did forward me some of the materials discussing this. I've looked at it. I don't have any preference as to how you handle this one way or another. It's unfortunate you've got damage to your asphalt. As to the noise, my watch tells me when my dog barks at me in my living room because it wants a cookie, my watch says you're subjected to a dangerous noise level. So I think Brad's comments as to, does the noise, particularly based on what we heard there, exceed our ordinance, that's probably true. Whether you want to piggyback on what the prosecutor does or not, that's entirely up to you. As I've said, I don't make policy decisions for the community, I just offer legal support and counsel. So,
How much damage do you have in for?
There's 2 spots where it actually melted the asphalt, sunk down into the asphalt. Let me see. And these are part of the criminal case.
Okay, that's taken care of by the county then.
Yes, that's gonna go on.
I
Those
presume,
are misdemeanors, so they're going to.
What about threat to safety of the public? I see a lot of cars there.
Yeah, that's part of the reason I filed for the reckless driving also.
Okay.
And the unsafe start was because of the amount of people that are around.
That goes
reckless.
to the county too.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, that all is state statute.
It's all close to it like that.
I would definitely stand on that. Yes.
But they're here if you want to hear their testimony, you guys can do that, or however you want to.
Well, let's hear what you got to say.
My name's Kyle. I'm Sam's dad. I was at the event. The noise that you heard, that was coming from a V8 Chevy motor. If everybody knows what vehicles was involved, then you know which vehicle. He don't drive a Chevy. His truck's a Dodge Ram. And then he's guilty. He admits he's guilty of the property damage. Willing to pay that, no problem. The only thing that we don't understand is, without a decimal meter, we're just here for pretty much for the noise, like the noise violation. So if there wasn't anybody, as far as I'm aware, there wasn't anybody that had called in to complain about a noise. There was no responding officers that came down there in regards to any kind of loud noise or engine revvings or burnouts or anything like that. And the only people, excuse me, the only other people that was in the park was a small family, and they actually, the little girl actually tried, like she was getting where she wanted to participate, like where the shelter is, like, cause there was like toys and stuff like that, cake, but her parents would not let her, so, you know, that's understandable. It was another family's get together, and at the end of it, I mean, it was, I'm proud of him. This is his first child. His fiance, she can't work right now because of complications due to her pregnancy. So everything financially is put on him. She had to step away from her job. He's already had to give up multiple things that he's had out on payments because he can't no longer afford it after she lost her job. So the only thing that we're asking is for this noise ordinance or this noise complaint to be dropped. We're gonna go to court. He's guilty of the damages. I mean, well, part of the damages. He didn't do all of it. But that's our only concern, because it's $150 or $250. He don't have that. Right now, I'm trying to, they live with me, and he hasn't even been able to help me with electric or any, because of his situation. If anything, I give him money to try to help him out, to get him from paycheck to paycheck. He works every day. He does landscaping. He never misses. And with a baby due in February, he's got a lot on his plate. We're moving out of state when my house sells. So at that point, she wants to be around for her family. So we're going to come back up when the baby's born. That way we're all, both sides of the family are here. But she don't want to be so far away when she does go into labor, because her family's here and she wants to have the baby here. And pretty much, I mean, that's the only thing I'm asking. I mean,
You're asking the noise violation.
That's it, yeah, that's the only
I say let the
reason.
county deal with it.
We do with the noise violation.
Good for it.
I appreciate it, I do.
Just spit it to your friends. It's not cool. Don't be stupid. It's-
I will tell you, those tires cost more than your noise violation if you keep doing it.
Oh, I know.
And that's rather foolish thing to be doing, especially in the financial position you're in. Why? You gotta think about that shit in the future. Yeah, I said it.
Especially in the park where there's kids get paid.
There are kids out there. There was more than 2 cars out there.
Well, everyone that was basically there was.
I don't care. There are people in the park.
Yes, sir.
There are people in the park. They might be way over there. That doesn't excuse that over here. Use that thing between the ears.
Yes, sir.
I said what I said.
All right.
Just a question, I presume that there will be a restitution order entered as a part of the charges that you forwarded to prosecutor.
I would hope so.
Yeah. Do we have any idea what the damage is gonna cost?
They had at a minimum $500 right now.
What's 250?
Okay.
Is there, Brad, since there's 2 vehicles involved, does the other person realize they're gonna be part of this?
Yes, I interviewed them on, this week, interviewed them, they were issued their citations. The third vehicle that's involved, the parties involved didn't want to release who that information was, so it's fallen on these 2 parties that took the brunt of the situation.
Well, yeah,
There was 4 vehicles that was involved in it. It wasn't just 2 or 3. There was 4. But unfortunately, you know,
well, the asphalt looks so nice because it's comparatively new. It's just very
It's brand new.
unfortunate that you're patching and repairing because, you know, that
It would just be easier for them on their sake if the other 2 would come forward.
yeah.
I agree, and you know, and something else that I thought of is we were all there for something to enjoy. You know, it's his first child. Me and my wife have been waiting for this for a long time for him to have a child, and it was just something that turned sour. There was property damage done, and it will be paid for. I mean,
Do you guys know who the other 2 were?
I do,
And I'm
yes.
not asking you to tell.
Yes.
But I know what I'd do if I was you. I'd be getting hold of them guys, hey, guys, I'm not doing the blowing up for you.
And that's exactly what I told him, you know. I mean, as adults, I mean, we gotta learn to take responsibility, you know? And for his situation that he's in with his finances, I mean, it was his gender reveal. So my mindset would be, they should all get together and be like, hey man, we're gonna pay this for you, you know what I mean? It was your little party, but unfortunately, they're not the type of people that's gonna, you know what I mean? They're not gonna do that. But that's pretty much where we're at with it. And again, I mean, apologize. I mean,
I'm sorry. Appreciate it.
I would just say you got off easy this time, next time.
right.
There's no
So
second
I would
chance.
make sure there's not a next time.
Yeah.
No,
And don't have cowardly friends.
I agree. I deeply agree. And the other individual that he said that, you know, he knows who it is. Unfortunately, they haven't even reached out to even apologize. I mean, I've got my own opinions, you know what I mean? And it wasn't necessarily friends. It was more of
Competition.
family. I mean, they were there, you know, along with, so that's pretty much where we're just kind of stuck with it, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
You live and you learn. I
Well,
mean,
thanks for coming forward.
I do
Thank
know
you.
Sam's a good kid, he works for us, he's a good kid, just sometimes made a bad decision that day.
yeah, I agree, and I told him, when I seen it, I'm like, if you don't think somebody's gonna get a hold of you about this, you're crazy. This is a nice black top, yeah, and I kind of figured, I mean, there's cameras in the park, and we knew it was gonna end up happening, but like the noise violation, I was just blown. I'm like, there wasn't even nobody that had responded.
Well, there
or-
are houses there, and
Right.
then we do have a noise violation, so you do need to comply to the town rules, so
Right.
for going ahead, in the future, you want to probably let your brother, your sister, everybody know.
Yeah. Watch your
We
P's
might
and
not
Q's.
be, they might not get off, so,
Okay.
you know, we have good officers too, who will make sure that it's taken care of.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Take it.
Do you need a motion now?
Okay.
Just, do I need a motion for that? Or is it a motion?
Yeah, you should
I'll make a motion that we,
Okay.
Waive,
waive the
move to waive
Corrections.
any penalty for the noise violation.
A second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
For one party or,
Just the party that came forward?
Just the county, this one that came forward.
We got one come forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
I'll give them-
That's what
I'll give them a break.
so.
I had
The
it
other
this
one's
one.
filed.
well, and this is the other angle as far as there not being anyone close. There was plenty of people that were,
Oh, up there.
They were the ones at the
Plenty
party.
close enough.
Yeah.
That's the part
No
of
matter
it.
how close it was, something always happened with vehicles.
Yep.
and we see this in Indianapolis where they're fighting the street takeovers and the burnout contest and all that were, they're currently fighting in Indianapolis,
And I'll
so.
say if I'd been home, I would have called Brad. I would have reported the noise had I been home because my backyard is there.
Right there.
And we have other issues out there in the last week or two.
We do.
Well, that is, our property that we are really taking pride in too, so,
It's a very
that's
nice
brand new
park.
asphalt.
That's a very nice
I
park.
mean, Yeah, $80,000 in asphalt, so, I mean, it's,
Was all you got?
Okay. Thanks, Brad.
Thank you, Brad.
Are we free to go? I gotta go back to
Yep.
work.
Yeah.
Thank you all.
Mhm.
You're done, Brad, right?
Yep.
You're done? Okay, water, wastewater, we moved some trailers, back to the,
Dump site.
the dump site.
Okay.
Need bought one of them dropped it, just see it.
Okay, is it?
Drop
Okay.
it. Like falling down?
No, I call them,
Oh, the legs?
yeah,
We'll have to look at more.
yeah.
And then we got a tree cut up and took care of. He's supposed to start the building like Monday for the salt building. We still got some more cleaning up to do back
The
there.
Lions Club is gonna move theirs out there too.
Okay,
But they're getting a container, small one, put out there and get rid of that shit back there.
What was some little ones back here?
They're gonna do this, that's what I'm saying.
The township. The fire department's still hoping to build a training facility out
that's
in
that tonight.
Yeah, we can, that's the-
but that's,
Ongoing thing.
Gary's off this week, took vacation. And, other than that, everything's fine.
Cool.
Fire.
Okay,
Steven, go ahead, Ralph. You
I'll
got
get
it.
mine first, then you can go. I've got a couple of prices here. We've had some problems with the lights in the Bay Area. We've got T5s in them now, and they're hard to get parts and repair them. And I asked Jason to give me a price on replacing them with LEDs. Replace all of them would be $7,265. That's labor, hauling off and everything.
We got it?
She said, did I ask?
Done?
Good.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye. And another thing I got too, and I told Christie this the other day, I was working on getting a workman's comp and accidental disability for the firemen, which we don't have now. And that's gonna run around $5,000 for all the firemen and everything.
Why don't we have it?
Uh,
Why don't we have it?
We don't,
So when I was on the department, it was,
because of the township. See, she used to take care of that.
that's right.
See, then we saved, what, $10,000 on auto insurance.
All on insurance.
And yeah, absolutely, because I did check at one time, it's been years ago, but I did check with the state of Indiana, and volunteers are employees and need to be covered,
Right.
so.
So it's
Like I say,
fine.
this is workman's comps and accidental and disability, that means they get pay so much while they're off if it's fire.
That's
But you
my
have
pay
to
here.
watch that too, because sometimes they'll say as a volunteer, they don't make any money, therefore they're not paid any money.
Right.
But
This don't make any difference. This will cover the volunteers or the paid guys we've got.
A motion to,
I make a motion.
$4,984.
We ought to get that.
yes, I'll second.
second, all in favor?
Aye.
Yours, Kristen.
They do have 4 applications for another, so they're gonna do interviewing, just to let you know. And you really wanna discuss the containers, like figuring out, we know they're the townships, but just getting them painted and going from there.
At least get it painted, one color.
That's what Chris and I
Great.
said. We've got orders to get them, paint them in town.
Yeah.
If we don't make these guys get that one painted, we can't force anybody else to do it.
We gotta get that painted. That's a nice one.
Yeah, we have
And
So we're just gonna pay it.
Where they're at now.
Steve said he's gonna go ahead and build the thing and ask for forgiveness later.
There,
Uh,
at that location?
Back here.
Right here.
And the reason he said that because of electricity, water.
They need to at least get painted, because
Yeah.
even if
There's
it's
some of them
outside,
pretty nice, I've seen
because
them.
it's
But
not,
hadn't it already been approved to build by
Yes,
the,
yeah, yes.
everybody? I mean,
Yes.
IDEM's approved it,
Yeah.
yes,
zoning
we've
approved
already
it, so.
went through all of this.
Okay, I thought so. I thought it
We
had
just
all been approved.
came to a halt, and I feel like we need to pull the trigger and the town, they're on the town's property, that we've got, like, we have an ordinance that the containers need to be taken
Painted.
care of, painted,
Is
and
there money set aside to the township to do that?
There was on Shirley's. Trust me.
I feel like they were purchased for that reason.
They were.
How can they go back on that? On the building of it?
I know, we went
Because
through all
that's
the
what they were
steps.
purchased
It's
for,
already
so-
approved. Jerry even, like, said it's already been approved.
Yes. So, yeah, I think they need to, whatever it takes to get it built. It's an asset.
And at least
It's an
paint
asset
it.
to
I mean,
them.
it's like, it's on, we have a town ordinance, we have been procrastinating, and I think it just needs to be taken care of.
I agree.
Those need painted, and the town hall needs painted. Very badly. Around the, the eaves.
Oh, okay.
I got a guy who'll give us a price.
It's very bad.
We'll quote on the containers for the town hall.
Okay.
So. Moving forward.
So are we paying to have them painted?
Well, that's why I brought it up, because we gotta figure this out.
If we don't, first the paint and stuff, they're not gonna get painted. We can't be charged to
Commit to
move very
anything.
fast.
Well,
Well, we just need to figure out what we're gonna do here.
okay, they need to be painted.
Yeah,
I'll donate the power for the spray painter. You wanna get a couple 5-gallon buckets of paint. Can we get the firemen to do it on
We've
shift?
discussed that also, and yes, they can exactly
They
why
do
they're
that.
doing it.
Just get it done.
Yeah, I mean, I got an airless,
or our guys, they're not good enough,
whichever, I mean, the town can do
they
it.
can help.
Yeah, can do it, help. I mean, they're kind of close to each other, they're gonna have to move them a little bit, get in between them, from the looks of it.
We can move them, I think.
Yeah. We can space them out a little bit, I'd like to see them squared up a little bit when they reset them, so I keep removing them. And they're gonna move them anyway when they plan on doing whatever they're gonna do, but.
And now, everyone that's going in town, you can't make it painted.
Right, I mean, it's, like I say, we
We gotta get that
we've got
done.
to take
We're
care
our
of
worst enemy at that point, so.
Yeah,
Get it to match the buildings as our,
I think they
Ordinance says.
discussed the
That's what
siding
Steve-
color.
Siding.
yeah, and whatever, as close as you can to that, That's my motion.
Second.
Second, all in
We're gonna
favor?
bring that
Aye.
up, Kristen. I'm gonna bring that later up, I'll go ahead and bring it up. We've got a problem, we've got some paramedics from Fountain Town turned in our guys here saying they're doing the wrong things. They sent a email to the, what do you call it, the doctor that's over this in Hancock County. They went over it, they didn't find anything wrong. It's just one guy's, it's called, and we're gonna ask for a meeting with him. Because we were supposed to have a meeting a long time ago about it, you know.
Well, and at our last meeting, it was said that that would not happen. It goes to the chiefs. It was to be worked out. There was never to be any more of this turning them in.
There would be disciplinary
Yes.
action.
Yes.
Well, Steven said he can't get the chief to call him back. So, we're trying to get that set up. We're gonna meet with them and then we'll probably meet with you guys and find out what we need to do.
So we'll meet as liaisons if we need to, if that doesn't
We
correct
can't
the
solve it,
problem,
we'll
we're
bring it
gonna
to the
meet
board.
with the board, and we're gonna have their board also, so we just wanna make you aware of it.
What's going
I mean, this is what, the third or fourth time they've turned them in,
Yeah.
and there's never the,
Right,
EMS
and their board
commission-
also,
We've never found
they
anything.
Yeah,
never
that
find
never
any
happens.
wrongdoing.
right,
And
Never any guts in it.
well, we even have the email, of the actual letter sent to the doctor.
And if that doctor would have taken any stock in it, we would have lost our director, our medical director for our ambulance service, and we wouldn't be able to provide it without one.
Well, that's their goal, is to
So-
try to bring us down, but then, we're going by the books, and we're doing a phenomenal job, and we're very appreciative of the fire department, all our departments, so I think that's wrong for someone to try to, take us down like this.
I hadn't heard this was going on, so.
Yeah, so we just want to bring it to the attention. Very sickening, especially when we have such good people,
And knowing that
part of
it's
our department.
putting their livelihoods at risk,
Yeah.
they lose their certs and take jobs, and that's unacceptable. If they were doing something wrong, yeah, I'd want to know about it and take, but
This is, yeah.
if they're finding nothing wrong, then.
Didn't find anything wrong.
Okay. Anything else?
Oh, I got it.
Mark?
Dee.
Hello. Okay, I've seen a lot of activity on the pickleball court, so people seem to like it. And we had, our meeting out there, I think it was our August meeting, and there was somebody on every single piece of equipment out at the park. There was the playground, the trail, the basketball courts, the fitness equipment. I mean, there was somebody doing something on everything we've got out there. So that was really exciting to see that. So there is a section of asphalt between the pickleball courts and the parking area. And we had decided that we would like to purchase pick tables to go in that area. We did get a quote from Timber something down the road here. And so we had talked to Ralph and asked him if he would talk to the Shelby County Recycling District to see if we could get more funding, because these would be recycled plastic picnic tables and benches. Their funding is pretty much depleted for this year. And so if they have anything left, they'll let us know. If not, we're going to ask them again in '26. And I'm hoping that they'll come through for us.
I put in 40 new tables for the park.
Oh, great. Oh, that'd be awesome. Okay. So Ralph's handling that for us. And so we're just not going to do anything on that until we figure out, because I'm sure they'll do something. Or at least I should say, I hope they'll do something, because they should be so confident. And then also we have some money left in our grant that we got for trees for the park. And somebody suggested to us that we put in kind of a wall of arborvitae trees, or like, yeah, arborvitae, yes.
to kind of go along the west side of that pickleball court to kind of act as a wind block. Since the balls are really light, it would kind of help prevent it from blowing. So we did get a quote on that, and they quoted us 7 of those trees, full grown. They'll be 10 to 15 foot tall, 6 to 10 foot wide, planted 6 feet apart for a hedgerow. They'll install hardwood brown mulch on that. So I just want to get your opinion on that. If you want to go ahead, or if you want to use the tree money for something else, we could do that. But we do have the money right now, so we don't have to get a grant or anything for it.
Is that the green giant arborvitae?
It says, Techni.
I can't remember the technical name. The green giant arborvitae is really good for that kind of use because they grow quick, they're hardy. They'll hit 20 feet and really spread, and you would eventually have a solid wall. So, and they're not particularly expensive.
Now, they are easily destroyed by bagworms, so we need to make
Well,
sure
that's
that,
a good point.
we need to make sure that as,
Spray.
yeah, we're spraying them, we're watching for them, because once the
Once it hits,
damage is visible, you
Yeah,
know,
if they get
done.
bagworms
So
really
they
take
need to
hold,
be
they're very
inspected
good.
and sprayed, and, because those
they get
bagworms will
ours, too.
destroy them quickly, so.
Do we have that in the park, do we know it now?
There's none out in the park now.
We don't have any of those trees out there, so they're, yeah. We had several that lined our pool, and within one season, one summer, they were gone because the bagworms.
I've heard that like Father's Day is the time frame of when you want to hit them, because you have to hit them at exactly the right time of the year while they're still developing, I guess.
Right.
Because we have some too, and we had that problem as well.
Yeah, we lost several, and it's, so I just want us as our employees to be diligent on watching these trees and making sure that we're taking care of them.
I make a motion to go with it.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Great.
Okay, great, thank you. And then we're also wanting to put a shelter over that picnic area. And so I'm going to pass around some pictures. This is the shelter that they have at the Blue River Park in Shelbyville. And it is a fabric top onto it. I did look around. This is not exactly what, I don't think this is what we would go with, but there's kind of a close-up of it. Another option would be just like a hip roof, but this one originally, or this one from Shelbyville, it only has 2 poles on the back and then arms that reach out, so there's nothing blocking your view in the front, which is really cool. This one would be just a hip roof, so it would have 4 posts on it. Fabric roof on it. Then we got to thinking, we were talking at our meeting, we thought, well, you know, I'm not sure exactly what the lifespan is for that fabric roof. You know, you can take it down in the wintertime to extend the life of it, but that would be additional maintenance. If you wanted to go with something that's a little more, or a little less maintenance, we could go with just a standard, like the picnic shelters that are out there, and do something with a hard roof.
We get pretty high winds out here. but
The ones we
I
got have
don't
been
know
holding
that
in
this
there.
was the same.
The ones we got out there have been holding in there pretty good.
Yeah. I would say we may have to go something a little, I like these, I think they're beautiful, but
That one
I
at
just don't
Shelbyville's
know that.
fabulous, I mean,
Yeah, yeah, I don't know if we have enough to block the wind.
we don't.
I don't think we do either, I mean, it's pretty windy out here.
If we could go with the,
Something more like what we already have.
something like what we have, that'd
Yeah.
be the way to go.
I would love these, I just want to make that clear, but I don't
Same
know
colors
if
and
they'll last.
consistency.
Roof, yeah. And then have the inside closed in like the other ones, so we don't get birds and everything else up in there.
Yeah.
So we do have about $10,000 left in our pickleball court funds. Obviously, these shelters are going to cost more than that. So I am planning on applying for the Wortman grant, which the deadline is October 1st. So provided I can get a contractor quote and get my grant submitted, we'll get it in for October 1st. We won't hear back until January whether we get the grant or not. So it would be a spring project. I did get, the name of the contractor. Is he the person that did the concession stand?
No,
No? Okay.
he's just a general
Would
contractor.
Timberland,
They have
Timberland
some, they
down
have
here?
some down there, and even
Oh,
on the
they're
corner.
beautiful. Oh my goodness, Lisa
here?
and I went and looked at them. Yeah, down here.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't use nails, they use the wooden dowels,
Dowels?
and oh my gosh, they are beautiful, but a small, well, I wouldn't say small, probably about, I don't know if it's the size of this square right here, was like $20,000 in itself. I mean, but they're beautiful, I love them, but yeah, they're pricey. But if you want me to go that route, I'll do whatever you
It's
want.
something like the guys could build, like, I mean, because we built a pergola ourselves, and it was still expensive, but it was not, I mean, it's
Let's have a
$4,000
bill.
versus.
Yeah.
When I can go there. I'm sorry, Chrissy.
All right. Y'all didn't hate it, Bill. It was just reasonably priced, it wasn't 20,000. All right, sorry.
You want-
Apply for a grant.
You want a shelter that looks exactly like the other shelters we already have,
Yes, it
but
does.
with the roof that matches the concession stand.
Well, hold on, because they're of a different color out there, you know that? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I said, let's just stick with
Well,
the concession stand, because that's the newest building we got out
I
there.
think we're different colors because you would say, I wanna rent the green one, I wanna rent the red one, or we're out the yellow one, or we're, I
We don't
think
have
that's
yellow
why
or
they were
purple,
all
do we?
different colors. We are not originally. We need to start.
Start sticking with like concession stand right now.
Or the old standby
That's the newest
pumpkin.
Could go rusty, I mean, you know, nice aluminum roof, that color, pro go.
I just would like it to look nice.
Okay. All right, well, I don't really have to have the total design, you know, I don't even have a drawing yet, so I'm just gonna get a preliminary quote, just something I can use to apply for the grant.
Yeah.
And then we can modify it, we can tweak it, we can figure out what we want, we'll have the money, and, you know, I don't think we necessarily have to
You're not gonna
go.
get a 70-foot span
Yeah,
without a hole in it, you know, or two.
yeah, yeah, so there will be posts blocking your view, but
So what?
all we can do.
That's all we can do.
Okay, so I will go ahead and I will pursue that, but I'll come back to you with whatever drawing I get and before I agree to get it built. Because we got plenty of time on that anyway. And then, so going forward, I know you guys are looking at doing some other additions to the park, community center, or whatever. I've heard lots of other ideas going on out there. Our committee would still like to be involved if you guys would have us involved in all the planning. We can help you out. You know, if there's small things we can apply for small grants, we would be happy to do that. Just helping you brainstorm. You know, we would be happy to work with you.
Equipment.
That's fine, we're happy.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
willing to task you with it once we decide what the hell we're gonna do.
Yeah, no, that'd be great.
First thing, where we're gonna put it.
Anyway.
And then, I know that there's some talk of you tearing up sidewalks to fix issues, but, if you do tear up sidewalks, keep in mind that we would ideally like to get electrical put in there so we can eventually have those street lights that have been wanting for forever. So just keep that in mind, you know, if you do tear up sidewalks, to kind of put the infrastructure in there so that we can do that.
And that's not all the way through town, is it? That's just as much.
That's just from Washington to the bank. So we don't have it, I mean, I'm going the other way.
Well, it's a start.
Right.
Yeah. And I think that's all I have unless you guys have anything for me.
Appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you, thank you,
Really do.
thank you.
Revitalization,
That was it.
yes.
We do need to discuss this. Schedule a meeting.
Yep, reschedule a meeting to meet out there,
Meeting at the park.
Yes, I have the paperwork.
you guys choose the night, choose the whatever,
Name it.
what works for you guys.
I
Want to try next Wednesday again at 7? Is everybody
I'm fine.
there or no?
Sure, let's date.
Wednesday the 1st?
Wednesday, October 1st.
I'm actually off, so I can meet earlier if that works for anybody, or
Or Larry's.
whatever, I mean,
Earlier is fine.
I'm off work that day, so I could do any time that day.
It's fine.
Because I know a lot of times you guys do the later ones for me, but I can do any time that day.
I'm free after 10 a.m. that morning.
10 a.m.?
I'm not gonna make 10 a.m.
We'll shoot for noon.
I'll see.
We'll shoot for
I-
3.
I need to shoot for 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, 6 p.m. Okay, 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
I get a nap. All right.
Morgan has a notice form, and this is for executive sessions or special meetings. The one thing you need to do, it's easy, you fill in, October 1 time, et cetera. You need to provide this notice to any published source that has requested the schedule of your meetings. So stated another way, you give notice to the newspaper once, and we meet the second and fourth Wednesday of the month. Since this is outside that parameter, you just send it to them, send it by email, explain special meeting to assess location of community center and park, or whatever. So you're covered, and this is kind of a one-size-fits-all form.
Cool.
You said special meeting to discuss location, just in that you.
Yeah, I mean, you have this in front of you?
I have it on my email, yeah.
Okay, well, I can fill it out and send it to you. I mean, or, you said it's October 1, right?
Yep,
6
6
p.m.
p.m. Town park.
Okay, 6 p.m. to discuss or assess community center location, that's the next blank. Maybe off such meetings, maybe off-site, the location of the meeting is listed below, Morristown Park.
Morristown.
Well, that does it.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Anything else?
I guess while we're on the park, I guess you kind of moved on from it, but, we're having more and more issues of people driving on walking paths, golf carts on walking paths, vehicles on walking paths, vehicles just driving through the park. I don't know what we do. I mean, I've started looking at other parks, and they have the little wood columns that stand about this high that are every so many feet, so people can't drive through them. Maybe having their pipes that are set in, and you can unlock them at the bottom and then lay down, so you can drive over them, and then you pick them up for the 2 drives that cross that. I don't know, and I did ask Brad, when I had seen that there was somebody was saying that there was a car on it, I did ask Brad to look into it. He thinks it was the photographer for the soccer game, but again, they should have never been driving on the walking path, regardless of their reason for getting back there. There's only one drive, it's the one on the south side of the concession stand that can be driven on or across. So, I don't know what we do, but
There's signage out there.
there are signs at both entrances. They're about this big, they're brown with white lettering. They're not something you see easily, and then there's a same kind of sign, much smaller, on each of the shelter houses. But when I was talking to Brad, he said, it's a rule not to drive on it, but there's nothing we can do about it if they do. He said there's a trespass, you can give them a trespass ticket. But so I just want to protect the park,
We could, I like the law.
we've put so much money into it, I just hate to see it.
I don't know how else would we do it.
I don't know.
Can we get some of those things that they lay out for, the nail strip? That would work best.
Yeah, that's a felony if you use it on a UTV
We've had dirt bikes going through down the South Drive, back around the cemetery
Well,
and out
you're
the
gonna have
traction
that if
line.
you put the poles.
So, I mean, it's just,
Yeah, that's more.
yeah, but we just have,
Too much non-pedestrian traffic.
yeah,
We
exactly.
don't have plenty for them.
No, and yeah, and I don't
But I think
expect
that, I
it,
think you
but,
could do the
I
posts.
think the post would be a good idea to start, you know.
I mean,
you
a
can
lot of
use
the state parks do that,
Right.
around their parking lots and stuff, they're just a,
4x4 posts,
Yeah.
And butt though for
stand
the
about that high,
guys doing the lawn.
8-foot of rope through.
and just maybe down both sides.
You don't need both, you just need it down to the outside.
Yeah, the outside of the,
That keeps them hostile out.
Right.
and
Now,
then,
once they get on the other side of it, they can't get out of it, it's caught.
Roofing units.
Hey, Dave, well, Brad's got that outlined up there.
Yeah.
We met with Bungie the other day, and Gary Rogers was in here. We're gonna try to test wells where that north and south parked areas in the yellow, to the east of the park, yeah, right in there.
Yep.
And Bungie is willing to donate up to an acre or a little more for that. So,
I think that will work.
yeah. And one thing we've gotta do before we've got enough water and stuff to get us by that right now, but we don't have enough well in case one goes down.
Right.
So we need to start looking at least one well
ASAP.
now till first of the year or something, trying to get money available. And I expect you're probably talking $150,000 probably to put the well down.
But we're gonna have to,
Yeah, we've gotta do that,
and that way we're not gonna tear it apart now.
right?
We're gonna,
So that's kind of one of the reasons I brought up the notion of general obligation.
yeah.
And I think Brian's working with Bungie's guys on that, so. But we can get 2 wells, at least in that area there, so. Dave and I's working on that, so.
And we need them to move as fast as possible
Yeah.
on that.
I get it.
So, roofing nails are out.
that's probably practical.
4x4 posts, if you get an idea, how many, what do you place them every,
I'm gonna say they're like 3 feet apart,
3 feet.
maybe
There's something in between.
4, I don't know. We'll have to look.
let's see.
Are you talking about the post down from the fire station here, concrete in them, or?
No, just
There's
4x4 posts.
Okay.
Park along the walking trail.
Treated post
Or, you put them by the parking lot. Well, the parking lot's got the bumps.
They've got the bumpers. I
Yeah.
think you probably just need to go down the 2 sides of the walking path that are unprotected.
Right.
And
Okay.
probably only, maybe part on the old Willie property. I
That would
don't
be
know
something
how
we
to
could
do that.
actually get done.
Yeah, I mean, rent a post hole digger and start dropping posts.
Yeah.
I was gonna see if I can find a picture of what, to show Dave what I'm.
Unless we get a lot of little crossing, or someone get some decent railroad lines or whatever.
There's a whole bunch of them right back
When
here.
you close the park at the end of the year, do we have any way?
You could probably
Training
install
that on
mileage markers.
gate.
Why couldn't we?
We can make
Those are a
a
little
gate,
thinner,
I
but.
mean, we actually should do
should
something.
lock it up.
It's pretty close too, about 4 or 5 feet apart.
Because, you know, they go back there in November, and start tearing.
Dave, something
Craig
like
probably
this,
makes them.
Dave,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of this, I mean, that's what the state parks use.
Yeah.
To kind of barricade people from getting through.
But like you said, we get a chain,
Do something.
you know, when's the park closed?
Was it last October, after Halloween?
Yeah, they'll do a big Halloween retreat thing out there.
When it starts getting cold, they'll bring everything down.
Yeah, also-
Okay. Just run a chain across it. We got,
But that should save us some grief.
we had a gate out already.
Or
No.
what are we gating, the entire park or
Okay.
all winter?
Yep.
You mean by end of the winter, don't you think?
We would walk and stuff.
Walk, the kids still go, I still take kids to the playground when the weather's decent.
You can walk.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I guess I'm confused why we're closing the park down for the winter.
I think they just
Keep
close the
people out of there.
bathrooms. It's the bathroom.
Yeah, normally we just close down the
I
bathroom.
think it's just the bathroom.
Okay. All right, well, you were talking about gates across, I'm like, why are we closing the park in the winter? There's nice days in the winter. Playground,
Never a
walking,
nice day in the winter,
pickleball,
Tim.
basketball, all that can still be played.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I was confused for a minute, I'm sorry.
No, I'm the one that's confused.
I thought we were trying to completely shut the park down.
Brad.
Yeah. Got motion to adjourn?
Price.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Sorry, I was just.